Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and this is my review for Naruto Shippuden episode 335. Now, this one's really simple. Really, really simple. Um, Not as good as the last episode from a couple weeks ago. That one had action and it was animated well, but this one, it was all talk, pretty much. It starts off with Kabuto. He's talking with Sasuke and Itachi, and he's talking about stuff we already know, really. I mean, he was talking about stuff like the Itachi's past and like the truth about Itachi, and he's just trying to talk to Jutsu Sasuke and bring him over to his side. Um, we see this little flashback with Sasuke and Toby. They're at this bar in some like random place, and there's a Leaf Ninja there, and they're talking about Itachi. You know, he's dead now, and how they can take him out of the bingo book. Sasuke's getting annoyed by it. I don't really see what purpose it has. I guess Sasuke said afterwards that the Leaf's destruction is his own. It's not like he's not he's decided not to follow Itachi. I guess that's pretty much the point. Um, Kabuto continues to try and talk to Jutsu Sasuke. He compares himself to Itachi, saying how they're incredibly similar. You know, they were both spies for the Leaf, and they were both gotten rid of. Stuff like that. I mean, it's a pretty simple episode. Sasuke ends up not listening to him, and they fight for like a minute. Really, they fight for like a minute. Kabuto uses a sage technique. I mean, gets countered, so it's kind of with Amaterasu. So I mean, nothing was really accomplished there. But we do find out that Itachi is going to use this technique Izanami in order to defeat Kabuto. And this, like, if you know the mythology behind the Uchiha ocular techniques, then you knew this was coming from a mile away. You knew that eventually Izanami would be introduced, because the way the story goes is that Izanagi and Izanami were married. I think they were siblings too, but that's how gods do it, I guess. They were married, and through a bunch of different circumstances, Izanami ended up dying in childbirth. So she was Izanagi wasn't satisfied with, like, obviously he wasn't happy that his wife died, so he traveled to the underworld to try and bring her back, but he failed. And when he did return, since he was in the netherworld, he had to purify his body and stuff. And when he purified his body, three children were born: Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo. So that's like the abridged version of the mythology behind the Uchiha ocular techniques. So, once Izanagi was introduced a while back, it was obvious, if you knew the mythology behind it, that Izanami would be introduced at some point. So, if you knew the story, then you knew this was coming. Um, but I mean, other than that, the rest of the episode is just talk again, and we get Kabuto's flashback. He didn't know his parents. He didn't have a name. Picked up by an orphanage. That's pretty much it for like the second half of the episode. So it's actually a really simple episode. It's like nothing really interesting happens. We learn about Izanami, but that's it. Like, it's just an okay episode. So I'll give this episode of Naruto Shippuden a 6 out of 10, and that's it. Next week, Kabuto's flashback is going to end. Hopefully, the anime crew decides to add a little bit of filler to the fight and extend it, like they did with Madara, and what they did with Hinata and Pain's Invasion back a few years ago. But yeah, hopefully they do decide to add some scenes, some fighting scenes, filler scenes, extended fight scenes, I guess you call them, to this fight, because without them, it's not much of a fight. It's just talking. The first episode was fighting, but that's really it. So in the end, they're gonna be fighting. Obviously, how else is the fight gonna end if they don't fight? But yeah, I mean, hopefully they extend the fight. That's it for now. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.